child who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stop the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scrape their knees. Now just imagine how they must feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calmed. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look? Abolish CPS.
That's me in the very beginning. Now I am a baby and getting zoomed from my mom to my birthday. I don't remember a lot about my younger life, but I remember it was fun and I felt so safe. My mom and dad always happy. I guess my mom's sister was mad that my dad was so great, so she called the police and said he hit my mom. We were all reading and they came. I heard my dad yelling, "There's no way!" My mom was crying loudly. Some lady took us away. The court said my parents abused and neglected us. They only loved us. The caseworker lied. I never saw my parents again. I'm still hoping one day they come. I am a victim of CPS and so are my parents. We need to find justice in all of this madness for all of us that are being abused. It's not fair. Every kid I know has a mom and dad. I know they miss me. I bet they fight every day for me to come home.
Don't get caught like us. Know your rights.
Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Darren, if you can hear me, okay, great. But I can't see myself. Is that a problem? I don't know what's going on with my camera, but I cannot see myself. All right, can anyone else see me? My camera's MIA. All right, I shut my camera off, but everyone can hear me, right? All right. So, okay. Is there any way, Darren, you could put the comment section up? Because I know I've got Jess waiting in the room, who I want to bring on as a guest. Also, Darren, I'd love for you to come on just to sort of talk about what our mission is. Okay, got it. Darren, you want to come on real quick and just talk about what we're doing and sort of what channel I'm under?
Whoa. Hello. Hello. What's up, everybody?
We're having a hard time hearing you. No, it's a little light, but Linda says she's here. Hi, Linda and Jess. Thank you. But yeah, Darren, we're having a hard time hearing you. If you just, I don't know, get closer to the mic or something.
That better? All right. Am I good?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Right.
better.
So what's up, everybody? This is Brittany's first night or first show herself on her own. This is going to be an addition to our channel now. So she's going to be on. We'll figure her schedule out first, but I think she wants to go right in at hardcore because she's committed. So she wants to do the Monday through Friday thing. So she'll be here at 6 p.m. Um, I'm telling you that this woman is amazing and she's willing to give her all to this cause. So I think everybody that can give her support, and it's going to be the same things that we're doing. Like we're going to have the live chat. She's going to depend on that. So you guys, if you have questions, comments, all concerns, all of that stuff, go ahead and use that chat for her to communicate with you. I mean, she's got the drive and she's got the talent, and she wants to help you people. So take advantage of this. Make sure you like and share her and her stories, and make sure that you guys get her your stories. You can email those at DC
Yep.
CPSV at CPSV huntingjustice at gmail.com. Make sure that you keep your stories coming.
Yeah.
Brittany help.
What I
So,
what
Go
I
ahead.
think we'll do is actually I'll have you put my email and also the channel email in the
Sure.
pin it so people have it. But
Yeah.
absolutely, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Darren supporting what I do and what we're trying to do together, honestly. And Darren, you're a wealth of knowledge. Darren's been doing this as an advocate. Darren's got his own case. To just give my background, I'm an attorney, but I'm here, working as an advocate, a consultant. So we definitely can, help in that way to provide legal strategy, to connect you with certain advocates in your area. However, the other thing that we can do is we can offer, consulting, legal drafting, all these things. But the biggest thing that I think we're focused on is gathering everyone's stories. All right. It's not about pushing money here. Of course, listen, if you want us to draft papers for you, if you want us to help you strategize on filings, yes, there's a price with that, but it's a very nominal. And at the end of the day, we're here to help people. I mean, Darren, you can speak to this. You've been doing this, out of the goodness of your heart because it's your passion for how long now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like I say before, and I'll say it again, I'm ashamed to say that if 4 years ago, if you would have told me that you lost your kid to DHS, I wouldn't have given you the time of day. I'd have thought that you were a bad parent. I would have thought that everything the government does is right. You must just be a terrible person, and I would turn and not give you the time of day. But this happened to me. My daughter got taken, and I'm not going to say for no reasons. I mean, I got alleged into a crime, and that's what brought them to me, which the state dismissed everything. But I still lost my daughter because of it. And I don't want to see any other people lose their kids, period. I don't even care if you're the worst parent on earth. That's still your child. That's your blood. That's your baby. That's your soul. That's everything about you. And Title IV funding is made and created to help you keep your family intact, and they're not using these services the right way. So they're taking our kids in lieu of that. It's not right. It's not even remotely close to being that's not even remotely close to being the right thing
just to do or equitable or anything, honestly.
No. I mean, there's reports that show that the harm of removal is way more detrimental to a child than even if they were actually getting physically abused in their home. The trauma from being removed from their home and their safety is way more detrimental to that. The statistics show the way that they're doing things are just leading to alcoholics, to drug addicts, to prostitution, to all of these things that they're supposedly trying to remove the children from to make them have a better life. But yet the children are becoming the victims. That's the bottom line here. And we parents aren't allowed to fight for them.
It's an anti-child system, not an anti-parent, anti-child is what I've always been saying. So,
right.
I think what we're trying to convey here is this: is that the more stories that we have, the better. The more we can help. Number one, number two, um, you know, we want to hear your stories, and if you want to come on as guests, please come on as a guest. I think we can. I know, Jess, if you're so willing to come on as a guest and sort of talk about your story, you don't have to come on camera if you don't want. But I think it's important to hear just an example of somebody who's in Maine and what they've been alleged of doing wrong, and how the absurdity of it. And this is just but one example of the types of cases that we help and we work with. And listen, we are here to, again, tell people stories, but also bring solutions, right? Darren has his own show called Abolish CPS, and that airs what time, Darren? So I'm Eastern, so I'm gonna be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, and you're what? 9:30, 9:45
Yeah.
Eastern Standard.
Yeah, I think we're gonna move it back. I think we're gonna go back to the 9:15 slot.
Okay.
Just to do that. But I think that's what we're gonna do. But starting tonight, we'll be back at that time, and it'll be good. It's good stuff. We got a good panel. We got a lot of people there. But enough about that show. Let's get on with yours. Hey, Jess is backstage. You want to bring her out?
Yeah, let's bring Jess on if she's ready.
All right. Hello, Jess. How are you?
Hi, beauty. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Doing well. So, are you cool with being on for a bit? I promise it will be fast. I know that this is like
it'll be
hard.
painless.
Yeah, and it's hard to talk
Nothing
about.
about this is painless. Nothing about this.
Yeah, this is true. Absolutely true. But you know what? Here's my thing. You got to figure out a way to get through. You got to figure out a way to get through this stuff. It's a worse. I take this, and I mean no disrespect to anybody that has lost a child to death, but I rank this next to losing a child to death. But I think this is worse because they're still out there. There's no closure for you as a parent. They're just taking your kid, and that's it. But your kid's still wandering this earth somewhere, and you don't necessarily know what they're doing. You have no attachment to them. So this stuff is right. This stuff is this is it rips your heart. But you got to find a way to get through each day and try to get and move forward. You can't have all days that are woe is me. And even if it's just so simple as getting up and telling someone else hi, getting up, going to the store, something. But what I find is if you can lift someone else up just a little bit, that helps lift you up. That's the best way
It starts here.
Right.
And that's great advice. It starts here, right, Jess? I know.
Oh, yeah.
Can I say this? You were a little hesitant about coming on and talking about this because it's hard, but it starts here. Putting your story out there really does help people. So I promised Jess, I said, listen, I will lead you through the conversation. Whatever it is that you want to disclose, we can disclose. But I do think it's important to understand that, Jess is a fighter, right? She is never once in any conversation I've had with her said like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm unwilling to cooperate with this. I haven't cooperated with that. And, Jess knows I do my due diligence, right? I ask for proof, all that stuff. And so when somebody comes to me with a story like Jess's story, I definitely will work with anybody, no matter what their budget is, sliding scale, end of story. Okay. So
well, this is, I don't mean to interrupt you, but this woman here, like if there's a true picture of what a woman that fights for her family and cares about her kids more than anything, she is that. I mean, she has other things that she
cry. Stop.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. So, I mean, I've known you for a short period of time, and the only thing I hear out of your mouth is kids, and you cut yourself short all the time. And I mean,
That's something that I think that we can all like boost each other up, right, and work on together. Is saying like, hey, you deserve this. You deserve to find us. And I'm like thrilled to know you. I've known you for a very short period of time, but everything I've heard from you is if I say, will you do this? This will go a long way. You say, absolutely, I'll do it. Everything is about your kids. And I think that's the best message that we could send to anybody is listen, if you care about your kids, you'll do it. End of story. You will
Right.
do it.
Absolutely.
So Jess, let's start with this. So are you comfortable just talking about, how about this? Right now, can I give a little bit of a background in your story or do you want to
Yeah,
start?
no, feel free. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Speak.
So right now, so just basically, her rights have not been terminated as a parent yet. Okay, that's called TPR. They have not been terminated. However, they are threatening to terminate. They're saying, "Oh, we're going to serve you. We're going to serve you, and we're expecting it any day." Now, if your rights have not been terminated, you're in a better position than if they have been terminated. At the end of the day, right? We've discussed this, Jeff.
Yeah.
So right now, I think we're in a better place in your case than in most cases. But let's talk about the allegations and how you quote unquote, and you can't see me because my camera's not working, but air quotes, quote unquote, lost your kids. Okay, we don't have to go through the timeline, but let's just give a little background on what you were accused of. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll walk you through what you've done to disprove everything that they've said so far. Are you comfortable with that?
Absolutely. Do you want me to speak or are you going to speak?
Up to you.
Okay. You can go ahead and speak it because you know my whole story.
So yeah, so basically, and just pipe in if I'm wrong, but just accused of basically using drugs and for failure to protect her children from the exposure to domestic violence. Now, what's very interesting,
and to leave my kids with babysitters.
Say it again.
And to leave my children with people under the influence of drugs.
Meaning babysitters or
yeah.
Okay.
Babysitters.
Okay. Now that was all at the beginning of the case, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, prior to that, you had filed reports with the police, right? Regarding the more than 50.
Yeah, more than
Okay.
the cops are at my house every day.
Regarding the domestic violence with respect to your youngest child. Okay. Now, that is, and there was an incident that I don't want to get into the details of because I know it was very traumatic, right? That happened, all that, right? The incident that, we're talking about. But at the end of the day, in 50 police reports, cops seen at your house, did anybody call CPS, DCF, whatever we're calling it, Child Protective Services, about the well-being of your children?
Not once. The funny thing about that is too, the day before the incident happened, the detective of Berwick told me that if I did not let him go and break up with him, that I was going to end up dead. But no one ever, anywhere besides the police, no one did nothing.
Now, has anyone ever offered you a restraining order against him before?
The detective did that night.
The night that he said?
The night before. So the cops were here about midnight, and the incident where CPS came involved happened about 10 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Got it. Okay. And you declined at the time, correct?
I said I'd look into it. I didn't decline.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So ever since then, no one's ever offered you or asked you to get one? Nothing?
No, nothing.
So right now, they're keeping their kids from you based on what? Again, failure to protect, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then also, drug use, which let's talk about that. How many drug tests have you done so far?
Oh God.
By my count, it's 5.
I don't have my paperwork on hand, but over.
But my count, it's 5.
Yeah,
Like,
over 10
run urine.
throughout this whole time. I've done 3 hair follicles and about 10 urines.
Wow. Okay. And most recently, when's the last time you tested positive for anything?
Last time I tested positive for anything was.
Don't say what it was. Don't say what it was, if anything. But when was the last time?
It was March of 2023.
Okay.
And that was a test. That wasn't a test though, right? That was so what people need to realize is that there's a big difference between a drug test and a drug screen. All right. Drug screen.
All right. Ooh, talk about that, Darren.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Drug screens are not admissible in court.
Is that your analysis?
So when they give you, unless you've gone to an actual physical lab that took multiple samples, there was a chain of custody that went down. You signed paperwork. You did all of these things. They sent it away. It was analyzed. It came back. You got results. That stuff. If you just peed in a cup and they gave you your results, those are not admissible in court. They shouldn't even be using those.
No, they never gave me my results right away.
Right. Yeah. Then those should not be used. But they're allowing people to use that. And it's just, it's a terrible thing that people don't realize. And you don't have to take these drug tests. I mean, you do not have to.
I'm sorry.
These are all voluntary.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. So that test that you're talking about, that's probably what my caseworker is talking about me doing. It's a test that she does at home, which she swabs my mouth and it gives instant. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, wow.
No dice, no bueno. That is not a good test. Not that it's not a good test, but she cannot use that in court. That is not, she's number one. First of all, she is not a
certified lab tech.
Right, exactly. She's not a person that can administer that test. Number two, you're in your home, so that's nothing about your house cleanliness or anything, but that's not a sanitary place. So then how do you know that your caseworker doesn't get back in the car, throw the swab under the seat, you don't know how the chain of custody works.
Exactly.
So
Darren and Jess, we need to add that to the list of things we need to put into your paperwork, okay?
Definitely.
The drug screen versus the drug test, right? So while you write that down, Jess, Darren, what about hair follicles? Because I know she's done hair follicles and she's passed them.
Right, and this is what I don't understand. First of all,
the first one I did fail. The second two
they will fail. Those are the most unreliable tests. Those are the most unreliable tests that there are.
Hair follicles.
Yeah, there's no bueno.
Do we have science or case law or what to back that up?
There's a ton of science on those. First of all,
in Maine that we can admit.
I don't know about the state of Maine. I know, but nationally,
okay.
We have the best. So we have the best toxicologist in the country on our team. His name is Okori Okorocho. He's out of California. He is hands down the best toxicologist that there is, and he fights for people that are fighting against CPS. So
amazing.
His parents and things like that. I'll put he'll be on our shows too coming up. But yeah, the hair follicle test, the most unreliable test that there is.
Could give us a write-up or something that we need, we can get in touch with him through you?
Of course. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right,
Absolutely.
Jess, make sure you make a note of that, right? Toxicologist on, just put Hunting Justice Team? I think that's what we're called, right? Hunting Justice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Because we'll make sure that's really important, not just for Justice's case, but for everyone's case to know, hey, what are they using against you? I think that's a great point you raised, Darren. A really, really, really great point.
Right, and in that, since she's in the state of Maine, I just want to read this to her, okay? So this is from the state of Maine Overseer's report on their investigations on CPS this past year. But this is what they say. So the overseers, for those of you who don't know who they are, they're the legislators that get involved into a little unit, and they go and they say, okay, The laws are this. We're going to make sure that CPS, DHS, DHHS, DHR, or whatever you guys call them, whatever alphabet they are, they make
Right.
sure that they're abiding by the laws and the rules, right? So in the state of Maine, they say this: what child abuse and neglect is not. Some situations may indicate that a family or a child needs community services or support, but do not meet the definition of child abuse or neglect. Examples include living in poverty, including lack of food, clothing, or shelter that is not injurious to the child, accidental injuries, even if regular and reoccurring, parental prenatal substance use, physical or mental
Wow.
impairment of the parent, including substance use, if it has little or no impact on the child, isolated incidents of domestic violence, if the child's not present, physical discipline like spanking, as long as it does not cause bodily injury. Those things are not abuse or neglect. So if those things are in your case, especially in the state of Maine where the overseers have called that out,
Two of
sure you
those
What
call-
is this from?
How
What
is
is
that?
this from?
this is from the state of Maine's overseers report. The
Okay.
program, so it comes the Office of Program Evaluation and Government Accountability.
All right. Can you if I Google it, or how do I find that?
Yeah, if you just type in state of Maine overseers report CPS, you'll find it. Just comes right up.
Yeah,
All right,
report.
Jess, you got that?
Yep, I'm
I
writing
can
it down.
send it. I can email you this stuff too.
State
Obviously.
of Maine overseers report. I just took a screenshot, so then I should have it. But that's good. Okay, that's awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
do they have one in every state?
Every state does have an overseers
Okay,
department.
great.
So you definitely want to check that stuff out.
Great. All right. So I think this is important that we just have a plan going forward, right? I think we have a really good plan going forward, right? Remember, we know that you can file things on your own, even if your public pretender doesn't want to file for you.
Yes, yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know. Thank you.
So that's something really important. Your public pretender or public defender or court appointed attorney cannot refuse to file things. You can file them on your own. And guess what? If what was I gonna say? Oh, they cannot get off your case just because of that. They can't. You have every right to do it. So that's important because we're gonna file things on your own behalf. Okay. We're gonna develop a plan. We're gonna come up with it together. All right, we're gonna work step by step. And we're gonna make sure that we make motions to increase visitation. We're gonna or to restart visitation, whatever it is we need to do. Okay. But we have to have step by step. We have to stay on this week by week. We cannot let too much time go by.
No.
At the end of the day.
Yep, absolutely not.
So and we can request discovery. We'll talk with Darren, we'll talk with the team, the toxicologist, all that. Getting the drug stuff thrown out, I think is so important. Okay.
Right.
Did you have Jeopardy or you waived Jeopardy?
No, I did do Jeopardy. That was in the beginning. That
It was.
the first
Okay.
week- first week.
Do I have the Jeopardy order?
Yes, I sent it to you.
Okay. Want to do me a favor? Want to send it again?
Yes.
Thank you. If you could send it again, because let me see
Yes,
what
hold
that
on one
says.
second.
You're gonna do it right now.
Yep, hold on.
You're the best. Write down. My understanding is we need a Jeopardy order to see what it says. To challenge it.
Yep, no, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Right.
The Jeopardy order is the court's upholding of what CPS said that they found and what they agree that you need to do. So the Jeopardy order will be the services that you need to abide by. So here's the thing: is if CPS orders you to do stuff, you do not have to do it. If the court orders you to do things, then you have to
Right.
follow with what they do. So
Exactly.
always remember that, and they'll try to trick you and make you do this and that and this. And you do not have to do anything unless the judges have ordered it. So always remember that, because
That's a
otherwise,
great point. That's a great point. I tell people that all the time. I say, listen, is there a court order? If not, don't do it. You don't have to. You just have to show willingness to comply. That's it. With CPS, that's it. So something else, Jess, while you're selling this, I want to announce that this is what we're going to be doing. Linda says, I'm blown away just in a few minutes. You all have been talking. I'm making notes also, Jessica. Linda, I don't know if you know Jess.
That's my mom.
Is your mom?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. Oh, you can't see me waving, but hi, I'm so happy to have you on here. Listen, I'm glad that you're finding this valuable, seriously. And we've got a great team here. And so what I want to also say is, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought, but I was going to say something. Here's what we're going to do, right? What we're going to start doing is this. We are going to develop like a little intake sheet. So, hey, send us your story. And then I have like something developed that says, what stage in the case are you? How many children? Your location, the details of your story, etc. If you need help with a judicial complaint, if you need help with motion drafting, I mean, do all of that. Send that into us, and we can figure out how we can help you. And there's a lot of things that we can do for even like $25 for 30 minutes. Okay, or listen. I'm a giving person, so I'll tend to do things as the goodness of my heart, right? We'll get the team on it, we'll figure it out, we'll work out a payment plan, and we'll make sure to help anyone in a dire situation. All right, at the very least, we can give you guidance on, hey, this is what you need to look up, this is what you need to file, and we can do it on a sliding scale. I never turn anybody away because they cannot pay, ever. So I just want to put that out there. Jess, I know you can attest to that. I think you and I have become like pretty tight pretty quickly. And I hope that anyone listening has a good review, because there's a lot of people out there who just, run their suck, as I like to say. They're just yap. But I'm out here to just try to change the world, do good things. And please send me your story. Send me your story, no matter who you are. Lynn, Jess's mom, send me your story. How it is as your grandparent, in this situation? Have they tried to place the children with you? Have they asked? Because do you live close or do you live far away? That's the other thing. There's so many things to consider, whether you're a parent or a grandparent. So we're going to have a lot of great guests on. We're going to have a topic of the day, and I encourage everyone to tune in tonight to Darren's show, Fellow CPS. Thank you for helping. It's been a living nightmare. I you know what? I would say I can imagine because of what I hear every day. No, we can't hear you. Bravo. Well, listen, here's what I'm going to do. I am actually going to sign us off for now. Darren, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. I can hear you.
I think we should sign up for now. Any parting words? I think I said everything I can say. I know Jess is not able to, we're not able to hear her, but I just said, listen, anyone, grandparent, parents, if you know someone going through a case like this, if you know a foster parent who wants to whistle blow and have a confidential conversation, let's do it. Let's spread the word. I won't turn anyone down. Sliding scale, I work with anyone regarding of what they can afford, and I just
Right,
I
and
mean,
you're just advocating, right? You're just advocating. So there's no so yeah, I mean,
there's
whatever.
no pressure. Yeah.
Right. Um,
No pressure. I'm advocating and I'm trying to collect as many stories as I can because I want to adapt.
yeah, that was the thing. Brittany, what is the email? What's your email address that you want this sent to now? We'll set up another one for the show, but what is your email address right now?
Right
that
now,
you,
put it in the chat, private chat. I just put it. It's the same
So that's
one.
the one you want? That's the one you want for the people to
Yeah,
email you?
right now, because I think I'm gonna try to change it, but right now, yes,
Okay.
it works. So yeah, anyone email that your story to me, grandparents, parents, foster parents, anyone, Darren, email me your story in a nutshell. I just need as many people as I can, location, and I'll send you back an email with all the info I need. Share what you want, share what you're comfortable with, and listen, as long as we stay strong, band together, we will make change. I won't stop until we have change. I won't. And I know you won't either, Darren. We have a great
No,
team.
we're in it to win it this thing.
Yes,
we have
we
a lot of
are.
good people. We have a lot of good people that with us. We've got Melissa tonight. We got Herbert. We got Roz. We got you. We got Charles. We got we got all kinds of people out there that are here willing to help and work with us. So I mean,
In
it doesn't get
so
any better.
many different capacities. That's the
Yep.
thing, too. Everyone represents a different part of this world, which is phenomenal.
Yep. But yeah, that's I mean, hey, you did a nice job your first show. I mean,
Thank you.
I'm glad that I was here with you just to guide you through a little bit. And I mean, obviously, as things go, they'll get you'll get more and more adjusted, and these will
Of
become
course.
easier and easier, and all of that. But I mean, for the first show, what the hell, you did all right.
Thanks
you did
so
a nice
much.
job.
Thank you. So I'll see you in a bit for the next
Yeah,
live,
tonight.
and then
Yeah.
send me the link for that. And then what we'll do is we'll touch base and sign us out. So thanks everyone for joining, and we'll talk soon.
All right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you all tonight, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Stealing children by the thousands for Title IV funding, no other reason. Well, the incentivizing of adoption by American Safe Family Act from the Clintons that gives caseworkers bonuses for stealing kids and adopting them. They tear apart families by removing fathers and weakening the family structure. Sure, there are groups out there helping families, but we question the purpose and are realizing that so many are taking advantage of the victims of this CPS machine. They pretend they are something. They are not just to get popularity, to monetize for profit, and do this leading others down a rabbit hole of false information. This is dangerous and unacceptable. Here comes the CPS Punisher and CPS victims hunting justice with the purpose to protect the victims so they can no longer be taken advantage of by a government or a mob. Creators that are trying to make money from you, be aware. The CPS Punisher and Melissa will be here to protect you and defraud all these people taking advantage. Watch CPS Victims Hunting Justice on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We are coming for all those foreign and domestic. We are ready to hunt those ruining so many lives and